about this as learning the chicken dance. And maybe it seems weird that I'm always kind of replacing letters, but sometimes the firmness settings on this tab sort of skip the letter when I write it, so I have to go back. It's kind of bizarre. But anyhow, so let's think about learning the chicken dance, right? So let's say that I stand up in front of you and I do some kind of crazy chicken dance, right? And I'm flapping my arms and I say, okay, everybody's going to learn how to do the chicken dance, and then I do some kind of like crazy dance. So if everyone in the class but one person pays attention to me, that one person who pays attention to me is not going to learn because they didn't pay attention, right? So that's a necessary first step. Then everyone who watches me has to make some mental representation of that chicken dance. Maybe they make a visual image of it, or maybe they might describe in a narrative fashion the type of things that I'm doing. Oh, he's waving his arms, his elbows up and down, and he's jumping around like a chicken, right? So we have to make some mental representation of what we've seen or observed, right? And then we have to be able to physically produce it. So if somebody maybe has a physical disability or something along those lines, and they're not necessarily capable of reproducing behavior, then they're not going to be able to model it, right? And then finally, the learner has to be motivated. So maybe you attended to my chicken dance, and then you made some mental representation of it, and you're physically capable of doing it, but you think, man, that chicken dance is stupid. I'm not doing that chicken dance. Well, then you're not going to reproduce it, right? And so central to this theory is the difference between knowledge and behaviors, right? So the behaviorists thought that learning could only be observed by looking at behaviors. That was the only true representation of learning. But what Bandura said was, no, that's not the case. Somebody could have learned, right? Somebody could have learned how to do that chicken dance, but we would never necessarily know that because they either maybe they couldn't reproduce it, or maybe they weren't motivated to produce it. They never have some opportunity to bring that chicken dance to the surface, right?